Living Color on NBC.
I am Simon. I am a computer. I am computing the secrets of 156 people in our studio who are here to play Simon Says.
And here is Simon's chief programmer, Bob Barker! Thank you. Thank you very much. I have in my hand here a computer form just like everyone in our studio audience has filled out. We have thousands of facts about this studio audience. They've been pre-programmed into Simon. Simon knows all about you. If Simon told all about you, some of you'd be in jail right now. But I want him to tell us about some of you. Simon, tell me about somebody out there.
In seat 60, Barbara McCauley, who was born in Portland, Maine, likes to ride cows bareback.
You look the type. Simon, how about somebody else?
In seat 19, Ruth Grabman likes to visit this colony. Her greatest wish is to kiss Bob Barker on national television.
Oh, you're coming down to do it right now? Hey, you wait. Come out here. There you go. Hey, wait. You're falling apart. That's it. Simon, old friend of mine, find another one like that.
In seat 152, Dave Adams goes out on a date every night. He once found himself hanging out of an airplane door.
No kisses for you, Dave. Now, that's the sort of thing Simon knows about you. Susan will give each of you three $10 for sharing your secrets with us. And Simon, I'd like to have you find a lady with an interesting secret I can talk with her about.
From seat 13, stand up Mrs. Patricia Junker. Mrs. Junker. She has been married 12 years and on the average washes by hand 101 dishes per week.
Married 12 years. Mrs. Junker, do you have any idea how many dishes you've washed since you've been married?
None.
You've washed none?
No idea.
You have no idea. But Simon does. Give her a hint, will you, Simon?
If all the dishes were placed in one stack, they would be approximately 8 times as high as the Empire State Building.
That's a lot of dishes.
That is.
You poor soul, I should never have asked you to stand up. You're probably tired out.
I am.
But, Mrs. Junker, I can solve your problem, I think. I'm going to give you a chance to win a wonderful prize. What's that prize, Simon?
A brand new dishwasher.
Here's the dishwasher with multi-cycle washing action. Guaranteed to do your dishes quickly and spot-free from Hot Point. Now, all you have to do to win that wonderful dishwasher is to tell me exactly how many dishes you've washed since you've been married. It might be a little tough, right? Need some help, don't you? Simon, let's give her 3 figures to choose from.
I compute that Mrs. Junker has washed either 100,000 dishes, or 300,000 dishes, or 500,000 dishes.
Now, do you believe it's 100, 300, or 500,000?
It seems like 500,000.
And is that your answer?
Yes.
She says 500,000, Simon. Is she correct?
The lady has washed 298,500 dishes.
Mrs. Junker, I'm sorry you don't win the dishwasher. Here's $10 to buy some rubber gloves. Thank you, Mrs. Junker. Now, as I said, Simon knows everything about everybody. Simon, prove your dexterity.
In seat 81, stand up Mr. Dominic Pinterfee.
Mr. Dominic. And what do you know about him, Simon?
Very little.
Here's $10 for keeping secrets, Mr. Dominic. I'll tell you what. You know, when you work with people as long as I have, you discover that practically all of us have something in common. For example, after going over this computer form, I'll bet I can pick out any three people here, and you'll have something in common. How about numbers 20, number 28, and number 171? Come over here to me. Now, I want you to start computing, if you will, please, Simon, and come up with something that these three people have in common. And if he doesn't come up with something that you have in common, I will give each of you $100. Just form a little line right here on my right, just as you are, that's fine. He is computing. Have you computed, Simon? What do they have in common?
They are all housewives.
Mistake, don't you?
What, I beg your pardon?
I think Simon made a mistake.
What is your name, madam?
Roy Vandenbroek.
Roy Vandenbroek, how long have you been faking it like this?
It must have been some time.
Roy, how long have you been living this double life? You know, this guy must have come as a terrible shock to his draft board, right? When he filled out that form, housewife. Where in the world did you get this information? Simon?
The question on the computer card reads, do you do your own housework? They all answered yes to that question.
Oh, Roy, then you do the housework. I'll do it. Now, in the center here, we have a real housewife whose name is
Barbara Polk.
And down here, another housewife whose name is
Jerry Rice.
And I will just wager old Simon can come up with something in common more than just that, can't you?
Of course, all three believe the man should be king of the castle.
Fine. You really believe that, do you, Mrs. Rice? And you do too, do you, Mrs. Polk?
Yes.
And do you too, Mr. Vanderbilt? I do. All right, here's $10 for you, $10 for you, $10 for you, and thank you very much. Now, Simon, I want you to come up with somebody in the would you believe it category.
In seat 79, Mr. Kenneth Schwartz, a married man whose occupation is an engineering planner. He enjoys watching topless dancing. He thinks he looks like Cary Grant.
That's enough, Simon. Come right down here. I heard topless dancing. That's all I need to hear. Stand right down here beside me, if you will, please. Yes. And Kenneth Schwartz. Topless dancing is your hobby, is it, sir?
No, it's just a pastime.
Well, now, how long have you had this hang up of yours?
How old am I? How long I've had it?
No, how long have you been watching topless dancing?
Oh, I guess about 10 years.
How'd you get started?
Watching girls.
Well, I know, but the first girls you saw weren't topless. I mean, where did it all happen for the first time?
On a beach in New Jersey.
They were topless there?
No, they're pretty near.
If they're topless in New Jersey, what are you doing out here in California?
Well, yeah, it's better out here in California.
But, you know, I'll bet this is something that you share with a lot of guys. You know, I mean, when you go and you see topless dancers, you see other guys there, don't you?
Nothing but men.
Yes. And could you look around here, perhaps, and spot someone who looks like the type who'd like topless dancing? I'll tell you what. Tell you what I'll do. Simon, how many men in this audience do approve of topless dancing?
Of the 64 men in our studio audience, 95% told me they enjoy watching topless dancing.
I got a lot of friends there tonight.
Yeah. You are a part of the very loud majority, is what you are. But I tell you what I'm going to do now. Kenneth, I'm going to give you a chance to win a prize based on your own knowledge of your fellow man. Now, Simon, describe that prize, please.
A new stereo tape recorder.
Here's the latest achievement in musical playback systems, a 3-speed, 3-head, all-transistor tape recorder from Ampex. All right. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to win that tape recorder. And all I want you to do is tell me something about a man who is about to stand up. Every man in the place wonders, who will it be? I wonder who will it be. Only one place to go for the answer. Simon, who should stand up?
In seat 67, Mr. Marshall Gurr, G-I-R.
Right here. All right, let me step
He
up.
is an insurance agent. His most valued possession is his wife.
His most valued possession is right here on his left. Yes. Welcome to Simon Says.
Thank you.
Now, don't you say another word. Just stand there. And I want you, without any conversation at all, Kenneth, as an old hand at topless dancing watching, I want you to look at Marshall and tell me, does he approve of topless dancing?
Yes.
If you answer, what?
Yes, he does.
I haven't even finished my sentence, Jerry.
You tell by looking at him.
I'm Kenneth. Now wait, Kenneth. I'm building this beautifully. Leave me alone. No, I won't go any further. If you're right, then you win the tape recorder. But you say he does approve of topless dancing.
He looks like the type.
All right. Marshall, you rascal, you. Do you approve of topless dancing?
I said no on the card.
Well, on the card, that's your answer. That's what you told Simon.
I'm stuck with it.
You do not win the tape recorder. But now, wait. Now, audience, do not become unruly this early in the show. Please, will you bring me that certificate, please, Susan? Because first of all, I want to give you $100 there, just for being such a nice guy. And I want you to take me back to your wife. Leave me back.
I don't have a wife.
You don't have a wife? No. Well, you know what I have here?
What?
I was going to give your wife a gift certificate to take to the Pink Pussycat School of Exotic Dancing. Give it to your girlfriend. You'll be happier with it. Thank you, Kenneth. Kenneth, come back next week. We're giving away wives on the show, incidentally. Now, you know, this computer form here is really an intriguing thing when you start examining the possibilities. Simon, I would like to have you find someone for me, a couple with a special problem.
In seats 163 and 164, Evelyn and Robert Bickford.
Now, this could lead to something interesting, which we will reveal right after this message. All right, Simon, we have been joined here by this couple, and your name is?
Evelyn Bickford.
And Robert Bickford? Yes. Evelyn and Robert, I'm going to find out a little bit more about you. Do they have a special problem, Simon?
Very special. They have been married for 25 years. They are the most incompatible couple in this audience.
Oh, that's fine. Married 25 years?
Yes.
And you poor soul, you've been miserable for 25 years.
I guess.
Robert, have you ever thought of divorce?
Never.
You're just happy being there with her and fighting?
I didn't say that.
I need more details to pursue this with. Simon, how about it? What are some of these incompatibilities they have?
He said he averages 25 kisses weekly. She said she averages 14 kisses weekly.
Very good. Very good. Well, that makes them incompatible if I've ever heard of anything. You see how bad it could be, Kenneth? You could be married, right? Yeah. But I'm going to give you a chance to win a nice prize with your incompatibility. Now, you've been disagreeing for 25 years, right?
Right.
There is no reason in all this world for you to start agreeing now, is there?
No.
All right, let me show you the prize that you have a chance to win. Simon?
A new bedroom set.
This deluxe bedroom set in modern styling is made by the Georgia Furniture Company, and it can come to you complete with a durable, comfortable king coil, box spring, and mattress.
Now, that's all you have. That's what you have a chance to win, and all you have to do is to keep doing what you've been doing for 25 years, disagreeing. Susan, may I have the cards, please? Will you turn and look right straight at me? Turn your back on your husband. That's the girl. Robert, put your shoulders against hers. Turn your back on her, and I have two sets of cards here. They're duplicates. You take one set. One says double, one says twin, one says double, one says twin. Now, in order to win that beautiful bedroom set, you must disagree on the kinds of beds you want. You must one say double and one say twin. Now, what I want you to do, Evelyn, is decide what you want and give me the other card. If you want twin beds, give me the double. I want you to decide what you want and give me the other card face down so the audience can't see. If you want double, give me twin and vice versa. Have you made up your mind, Evelyn? Give me one card of the other. That's the girl. And will you please do the same, Robert? Give me one card of the other. All right. Now, you must disagree in order to win. Will you please show me both cards right now? Show me that card. Double, double. After 25 years, you finally decide to agree at the wrong time. Here is $10. Here's $10. Go out to dinner separately. Bye-bye. Now, Simon, old friend of mine, I've been looking around here, and we have beautiful girls all around here, little flowers. There's a weed here and there, but there are beautiful girls here, and Simon, I want you to choose for me a girl who meets my specifications for girl watching.
I recommend in seat 127, Miss Phyllis Brandenberry.
Phyllis, come on down here with me, will you please? And I can tell you right now, Simon, you've done well. Right over here on my right. Now, will all of you gentlemen who told Simon that you are girl watchers, all the gentlemen who told Simon you're girl watchers, stand.
Of the 64 men in our audience today, 92% said they like to watch girls.
Look up there, will you, Phyllis? All these dirty old men. Simon, what'd you say?
Nothing.
No, what did you say?
Video men need loving, too.
Yes. There goes my little family show. Now, Simon, I want you to pick out the 3 men of the group you consider the most expert girl watchers.
In seat 110, Edmund Angel. In seat 114, Mr. Robert Rogers. In seat 70, Paul Black.
All right, will you 3 gentlemen come down here to me as quickly as you can? The rest of you may sit down. Right over here on my left, if you will, please, gentlemen. In here nice and close. Phyllis, you stay over here by me. That's the girl. Now, your name is?
Edmund Angel.
Edmund Angel.
Right.
You're an angel, but you're a girl watcher, too, right? And your name, sir?
Bob Rogers.
Bob Rogers, how long have you been watching girls?
Oh, quite a few years.
I believe it. And your name, sir?
Paul Laugh.
And you are really a girl watcher. You know, your eyes are bloodshot. I can tell. Now, we're going to play a little girl watching game here with my friend Phyllis. I want you to look her over, gentlemen. And would you just turn for them once around, please, Phyllis? Because I want you each to estimate how much she weighs. And the one of you who misses it the furthest is eliminated from the game, all the way around for them. Look her over. All right, I'll begin with you, Edmund. How much do you believe she weighs?
138.
138? 138. And Robert?
122.
122. And Paul?
142.
142. Hey, Paul thinks big down here, huh? All right, Simon, who has missed it the furthest?
She weighs 144 pounds. The 122 guess is furthest away.
122 is eliminated. Goodbye, Robert, forever. Move in here now. What did you say, Edmund?
I said he was close.
He was close. Well, he didn't get those bloodshot eyes for nothing, you know. That guy knows what he's doing. Where are you from originally?
London.
Oh, and you started girl watching over there, I suppose.
Oh, sure.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Now, I don't know about your dating habits over there in England, but, Paul, where'd you grow up?
Right here in California, Los Angeles.
You may have a little advantage because I want you to look at this lovely girl. I want each of you to make an estimate of how many dates Phyllis has each month. Now, what'd you say? No, no, tip off. We're getting help from the audience there. I want you to make an estimate. The one of you who misses it the furthest is eliminated from the game.
You're talking about different men or just dates?
Now, why do you have to ask a question like that? No, I don't care whether it's with the same man or different men. Maybe she goes steady. Maybe she's engaged. I don't know. But how many dates she has?
In a month.
In a month.
Um, 18.
All right, he says 18. Paul, what do you say?
10.
You say 10, you say 18. Simon, who has missed it the furthest?
Miss Brandenberry averages 8 dates per month. The 10 guess is closest, 18 furthest away.
Goodbye. It was a pleasure meeting you. Now, you move in here nice and close to me. First of all, Paul, for you, I have $150. There's $150 for being the best of the three at girl watching, but I want you to stick around, because if you're a good enough girl watcher, then you, Phyllis, will win a prize worth $1,000. Now, you'd like to help her, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. You keep right on girl watching as we start watching this message. Now, almost my very last words were a prize worth $1,000. Do you want to know what it is?
Oh, I'd love to.
Well, Simon, let's tell her about it.
It's a trip for two.
Our girl and the companion of her choice can fly Pan Am Coast, the airline with the most experience, and this flight is headed for beautiful Hawaii. And we've arranged all accommodations for two at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel in Washington, D.C. It'll be a beautiful week in the sun at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, a Sheraton Hotel.
A trip for two to Hawaii. Now, are you married, Phyllis?
No, do you have to be married?
Oh, no, no.
I'm
No,
not a mother.
but Kenneth, would you like to meet her after the show? Yes. Are you married, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Because I was going to suggest, if you help her win this wonderful trip, perhaps she'd take you. But if you're married, your wife might frown on him. However, if you...
She's liable to get mad.
Yes, so I won't suggest that. But if you'll help her win, I'll give you another $100, okay?
Okay,
Now,
I'll try.
look her over carefully again, because this time, I want you to tell me her vital statistics. Now, to help you out, old Simon will mention 3 sets. Go ahead, Simon.
First, 34, 20, 35, 36, 26, 37, 38, 25, 32.
All right. Now, look her over.
Leave him up there.
Leave him up. Oh, look, he wants to walk around her here. Turn around, boy. That's it. All right, he's made his decision. He says the second list, or the second set, 36, 26, 37. Is that right? All right, Simon, is he correct?
Her measurements are 36, 26, 37.
Congratulations! Another $100 for you, and my only words to you are, here is another $150 for spending money, and aloha! Bye-bye! There you go. Thank you. Bye-bye. Now, Simon, I'd like to talk with some more interesting people. Can you help me out?
I am computing data on one very interesting person plus one black cat in seat 76, Donna Stocks.
Oh, yes, you know, I have a hunch I know what old Simon is up to. While he is computing up some more computer magic, let's have a look at this message. All right, now, Donna Stocks, you have joined me here, and I want you to listen carefully because you may learn some things about yourself. And audience, listen carefully as Simon describes her.
She is a homemaker. She would like to get $1 million tax-free. She is very superstitious, and she never changes her mind about her convictions.
You're very superstitious.
Yes.
You never change your mind about your convictions.
Once in a while.
We'll see. May I have the tools of torture, please, Susan? Here we have a black cat, we have a mirror, and we have a stepladder. Now, I want you to put your superstitions behind you. Forget them. I want you to change your convictions. I want you to stroke the cat, break the mirror, go under the ladder, and if you'll do it, Simon, what will we give her?
A color console TV set.
Here's a 23-inch screen color TV set, which you may have in your own choice of cabinet design, as made available to us by Packard Bell. Now, you'd like to have that television, wouldn't you?
Right.
And so you will break your convictions.
Right.
You will forget your superstition. But you will break your convictions.
No.
Well, no.
No.
Oh, come on. Now, you can reach in there and just stroke that little black cat.
No.
Break your convictions.
No.
Take the television set. You won't break your convictions. You won't stroke that nice little kitty.
No.
And it will be so easy. Just look, so easy. Step right under there. Right around there. Come right up here. Grab that hammer and break that mirror. You won't do it. Good girl. I'm glad you didn't do it. Who wants a television set? Don't take the television set. Listen, audience. She stood by her convictions. She did not break her convictions, and you don't get the television. But what does she get, Simon?
A sports boat and motor.
Here's a runabout boat for the sports set. It's the bust of the line, a famous boat made by Chrysler with a 20-horsepower Chrysler outboard engine. And now you've kept your convictions and you have your boat, and congratulations. Oh, thank you. Boy, I've had more kisses. It's a great show. Yes. Now, Simon, you know, incompatibilities are fun, superstitions are fun, but I want you to compute up a romantic couple for me to do business with. Would you do that, please? While he does, let's watch this. All right, Simon, I'm not going to give you any more time to compute. Do we have a romantic couple?
Yes, Bob. A very romantic couple in seats 82 and 83. I have computed that they spend an excessive amount of time in the dark together.
Well, that's fine. Would you both come right down here to me? Right down here. What's your name?
Ron Myers.
Mr. Myers, and your name is?
Connie Reeves.
And Mr. Myers and Miss Reeves are obviously not married, but you are spending a great deal of time in the dark together. Huh?
Past 2 years.
That sounds very interesting. Simon, could you give me any more information on that?
They spend a total of 249 hours per month in the dark. Of course, 240 hours of that time is spent sleeping. That still leaves 9 hours per month in the dark unaccounted for.
How many hours was that are unaccounted for? They were laughing and I didn't hear you, Simon.
9.
9 hours.
9
hours. All right, I am going to make that 9 hours worth $100 to you two. Because if you can figure out what you do those other 9 hours, Kenneth, you stay where you are back there. If you figure out what you're doing that other 9 hours, I'll give you $100. Now talk it over. Speak up good and loud as you chat, because I want to know what you're talking about.
For 9 hours?
No, don't start anything here. Just, I've never met such an eager guy. He put his arms around her and looked up at me and he says, for 9 hours? No, I don't want... all I want you to do is figure out what you do those 9 hours that you're together in the dark. Now, what is it?
Listen stereo.
You listen to stereo. Simon, is that the answer we wanted?
No, actually, they informed me they attend 3 movies per month. That would account for 9 hours together in the dark.
You see how harmless it is? Susan, please. You don't win the $100, but if you're spending all that time at the movies, this is a nice consolation prize. It's a pass for 2 to your neighborhood theater. There you are. Bye-bye. Thank you. Oh, we have ways of keeping everybody happy, as Simon says. Now, you've seen an example or two here of Simon's abilities. He can add and subtract. He can divide. He can multiply. He can make music. He speaks foreign languages. He can do all sorts of exciting things. But, Simon, I want you to start computing right now. Because, Simon, I want you to choose for me the one person in this audience who is most representative of the audience. And I'm going to give that person a chance to win a gift worth $2,000. It's going to be exciting. And we'll be back right after this message.
I am computing. I am computing. I am computing. I am computing. I am computing.
All right, Simon, who has a chance to win that $2,000 prize? Which
computer profile is most representative of the audience?
I have computed our most representative studio guest today is seated in seat 175, Harold Sunfriend.
Harold, come right over here with me, if you will, please. Yeah. Pleasure to meet you, Harold.
My pleasure.
What do you do?
I'm a bartender.
You are? No wonder you look so happy. Now, Harold, I'm going to give you a chance to win a prize worth $2,000. Simon, what is it?
A brand new American Motors Gremlin automobile.
American Motors Gremlin, the new American car, small, kind of lovable, and tough when it has to be. This two-passenger Gremlin is fun to drive, fun to own, and provides outstanding economy.
Now, before the show, every person in this audience was asked to complete this statement. If I were to be given $1,000 cash money tonight, I would spend it for either 1, vacation, 2, stock market, 3, house mortgage, 4, new car, 5, education, 6, new furniture. I want you to tell me, Harold, which one of those completions was used by most people in the audience. And if you're right, you'll win that automobile. Now, was it vacation, stock market, house mortgage, new car, education, or new furniture?
Number 1, vacation.
You say vacation. All right. Simon, my friend Harold here says vacation. Would you please tell me what the percentages were?
For stock market, 9%. For house mortgage, 10%. For new car, 17%. For new furniture, 14%.
Stop right there, Simon, please. Now, new car, 17% is the leader so far. But look, that is just 41. That's just 50%. You could very well win that new car. Simon, tell us the rest of the story.
For education, 20%. For vacation, 30%.
You own the new car. Harold, congratulations.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir. Drive safely. Thank you. Now, I want to thank you for being an absolutely wonderful studio audience. I want to thank you folks at home for joining us for Simon Says. Bob Barker saying goodbye.